Okay, so picking up where we left off on the previous video, I'm going to go back in and click New Project, and we're going to select project number 2, Analyze Kindle Competition. Now this is the main project you're going to want to use to figure out how competitive niches are, as well as figure out exactly why books are ranking where they are and how to one-up them. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click project 2. I'm going to go ahead and enter the keyword detox. Again, you can click this button over here and enter 30 keywords if you'd like. Alright, so we're analyzing the keyword detox. Now let me explain what each of these columns are and how you'll be able to use these to figure out and find whether or not a keyword is worth pursuing in the Kindle store. Alright, so the keyword on the left is titled rank. Now rank is where the specific book is ranked on Amazon for the keyword. So for example, this book right here, which is actually our book, is ranked number 1 in Amazon for the keyword detox. So if I go over to Amazon and I go to the Kindle store and I type in detox, do a quick search, you can see that the number 1 ranked book is this book right here. Alright, so if we go back into AK Elite, that's this book here, and by default the top row is going to be displayed down here in the bottom. So let me go ahead and click on that real quick here. Alright, so the second column is page. Now page is the page that the book is listed on. So each page in Amazon displays 16 results. Okay, so obviously the first 16 results are going to be page 1. Okay, after that it's going to be page 2 and so on. Book title is exactly that. It's the title of the book. Author is the author of the book. Sales rank is the overall rank of the book in the Amazon Kindle store. Okay, so for example, this top book here, the sales rank is 62,673. Now if we go back into Amazon and we click on the actual book listing and we go inside here, we scroll down, you can see that the book rank here, Amazon bestseller book rank, 62,673. Alright, we'll go back into AK Elite. The estimated daily earnings. Now this uses our proprietary formula where we come up with a very good guess based on our formula as to how much this book is earning this author per day. So for example, this top book here is earning Dr. Charles Livingston $8.06 per day. Okay, the rating, overall rating for this book is 4.4. Number of reviews left, 18. And you can go all the way through the columns here. Number of verified reviews, 5. Price, $2.99. Date published. But let me explain why these are important. Alright, so we'll start over here on the left. Okay, book title. You want to make sure that your book contains the keyword in the title of the book. Now if you haven't done so already, I would recommend downloading and reading Kindle Crusher, which you can get from the homepage of AK Elite. When AK Elite opens up, you'll see at the bottom of the page is a download link for that book. So go ahead and download that and read that if you haven't yet. Alright, so you're going to want to make sure your keyword is in your title. Now what we can do is we can go down through here and we can kind of get a good glimpse and glance on whether or not the keyword is in each of the titles of these books. Now if they're not, that could be an easier keyword to go after. If they are, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. But either way, it's going to give you a decent indication on something that you could improve upon. Alright, so sales rank. If you go down through here, this gives you a good guess on whether or not the keyword is actually worth pursuing. Now if you go down through here and all the books are ranked 200,000 or above, it's probably not a good keyword to go after because you're not going to make a lot of money with that keyword. You're not going to make a lot of sales with that book if you go after that specific keyword. It's a good indication on whether or not it's a hot market or not. So you can go down through here. For example, this book right here by Avery Scott has a sales rank of 2,147. That's ranked very highly. You can see his estimated daily earnings, $217. Okay, that's quite a lot, and his book is on detox. So this keyword is obviously a good keyword that we could go after. Alright, so rating, if we go down through here, rating 4.4 overall. If we go into Amazon and we go to the overall rating, it is 4.4. So it's a good way to summarize what all the books are ranked. Now if the ratings for, a lot of the books are, ratings of 3, it could be obviously another good keyword that would be easy to rank for it. It's pretty easy to outrank a book that's has an average rating of 3, for example. Number of reviews, it gives you a good idea on how many reviews you're going to need to get to rank at the top for that specific keyword. Now if you think about reviews on Amazon, reviews are very similar to backlinks with Google. Okay, if you use any sort of SEO analysis software for Google that tells you how many links and the quality of links pointing to different sites, then you'll understand why this is important in AK Elite. Okay, you can think of number of reviews as backlinks, essentially. You can think of rating as the quality of the link, so the quality of the review. So if they have a high rating and they have a high number of reviews, that's essentially matched up to a high number of links and high quality links. Alright, so if we scroll over here to the right a little bit further, number of verified reviews. Okay, this is much different than the number of reviews. Verified reviews means that the person actually purchased the book and left a review. Okay, so you get a good idea on whether or not someone is potentially buying reviews or doing something sneaky. Okay, the more verified reviews they have, the more credible the book is. A lot of cases someone might purchase a book and not leave a review, or for example an author might contact their friends and just have them come and leave a nice review for them. So for example, this top book here by Dr. Charles Livingston, number of verified reviews 5, number of total reviews 18. So it looks to me like this is a book that potentially was had a lot of their friends review this book. Okay, and I'm saying this is actually one of our books, and initially that's what you might need to do. Ask your friends to read and review your book. Now obviously they're going to want to be honest, and they're going to want to be legitimate reviews. You never want to lie in your reviews, and there's nothing wrong with asking your friends to review your book. But like I said, you want to try to get the most verified reviews that you can get, so people actually purchase your book and leave a review for you. So if we go down through, you can see Kimberly Snyder, 215 reviews. That's a lot of reviews, and 165 of those are verified. Okay. Now, Amazon gives priority to newer books. So if we look at days old over here, you can see that some of these books that are newer, for example, this book by Avery Scott, okay, he only has 10 reviews. The average rating is 4, so number of total reviews is lower than the number 1 ranked book. The rating is actually lower than the number 1 ranked book, and the price is actually lower as well. But it's a new book here, so you can see that despite having worse stats than, let's say, this book right here, it's ranked higher, more than likely because it's a newer book. This book down here, still fairly new, but you can see this book, while it has a lower number of reviews and verified reviews, it's still ranked much higher than Kimberly Snyder's other book she has down here, which is, it looks like it's very old, 824 days old. So the older the book is, obviously you're going to need to get more reviews to maintain your position. So basically with all of these stats here, you can kind of go through and get a good feel for what Amazon is looking for that specific keyword. Okay, there's not a general rule that you want to get so many reviews to guarantee a #1 position. It varies on the keyword. Okay, everything's different depending on the keyword. So you're going to want to enter the keyword, and you're going to want to look through all of the data you have in front of you and look for patterns. So like I just told you, explained just a minute ago, this book right here, only 5 reviews, and it's ranked higher than this book here with 215 reviews. Now why? Well, because it's 74 days old, more than likely. Alright, so based upon that, you can determine, that Amazon, likes newer books. So keyword and title. This is going to tell you whether the keyword is in the title of the book or not. Okay. Phrase means that the entire phrase is somewhere in the title. Exact means that the title of the book is only the keyword. So let's say, for example, one of these books was titled Detox, and that was all it was called. This right here would say exact. Alright, so, and obviously no means that the keyword is not in the title. So if you find a keyword and the top 5 books, for example, all say no, that could be a very easy keyword that you'd come in there, you'd obviously make the title of your book contain the keyword, and you're more than likely going to rank at the top of Amazon for that keyword right away. Okay, keyword and title. This is going to tell you the percent of the keyword that's in the title. So for example, this top ranked book here, 8.33% of the overall title contains the keyword detox. So you can kind of get a good gauge if we glance through here. If Amazon gives good priority to books that have the keyword in the title a specific percent of the time. So it looks like, glancing through here, it looks like maybe like an 8% keyword density in the title would be good, 8 or 9%. Keyword and description, this does the exact same thing as keyword in the title percent. But what we can do is we can actually click on the link here. So it's going to pull up a pop-up here, and it's going to show you the book description, and it's going to highlight where the keywords are located. So you can get a good idea on how you want to place your keywords in your description of your book. Now in Kindle Crusher it explains kind of how you want to lay out your description, how you want to put some keywords at the beginning, in the middle, and so on. But you don't want to overdo it. So with AK Elite, it's going to tell you the percents that, basically the percents that Amazon prefers. So you can just kind of go through here. You can see that this book down here has a very high keyword and description percentage. Now, whether or not they need that, I don't really know, because this book right here is ranked higher and it only has a 0.65% keyword density. So that right there would tell you that keyword density is not as important as maybe the age of the book or the title percent. Alright, so if we click on a book, we're going to go ahead and click on that top one. You can see in the bottom frame it brings up some more details for you. Okay, it's going to give you the rating, the reviewer name, the days old, and whether or not it was a verified purchase or not. Alright, so obviously the newer the review, the better. So you can kind of go down through here and you can see if the reviews left are all old reviews or if some of them are new reviews, and you can see exactly which reviews are verified and which ones are not. If you'd like to, you can click the show review, and that's going to pull up the actual review so you can kind of look through and read the review here. Alright, so that's a general overview of Project 2. The only other thing that I'd like to show you in Project 2 is the filter capabilities here. Okay, let's say for example we wanted to find books that had an estimated daily earnings of between a certain range. So let's say more than $5. We would just set the minimum to $5 here, click OK, and what it's going to do is it's going to remove all of the rows, all of the books that aren't within that criteria. And you can sort on as many, or excuse me, you can filter on as many columns as you want. You can sort the columns by clicking the title. So there's a lot of capabilities here that you can do to narrow in on a specific book. If you'd like to, you can actually come in here and let's say we wanted to find all the books written by Dr. Charles Livingston. We could right click, analyze author, and it's going to show you the other books that Dr. Charles Livingston has published on Amazon. Okay, the other book is this book. And you can kind of get a good gauge on how popular the author is. Let's say we found an author that they had a high estimated daily earnings amount, and we wanted to analyze that author. We'd right click, analyze author, and we could see all of the book topics that they wrote about. A good strategy is maybe you could come in and you could kind of mirror their strategy, mirror the books that they've written on, and come in quickly and not do all the research that maybe they had previously done. You can come in, you can kind of swoop in on their ideas and just improve upon them. Alright, so that's project 2. Next video is project 3, where we're going to cover where your keyword is ranked on Amazon.